Today we're going to be performing a ballistics test on the Sig V-Crown 124 grain jacketed hollow point. Now this is a very interesting round, very interesting technology from the research that I've done on it. And I did some testing. I did use this back block to do my own testing on it earlier, and that's sort of how I came up with my own parameter. Is I was just doing some testing and I wanted to kind of test it against my new established protocol, but so far I kind of like how the design works, and at least theoretically, but in general, I'm not so sure how it's going to work in this kind of barrel. I did test it in the Beretta PX4 Compact, and it did okay, but I want to test it in this 3.6, 3.7 inch barrel with a chamber step and polygonal rifling. And if that doesn't work out, we have the Steyr M9A1, and this block has been previously used, and we're going to use this extra one as a backstop. So we'll use up the last bit of space on this one to test this out in the P2000, and hopefully we won't need the little extra amount of space to test it with the M9. So let's go ahead and load it up. We're going to do the winter load, which is just going to be a t-shirt, and it's just going to be basically like this, simulating 2 layers, maybe a t-shirt and a hoodie, and then our Carhartt knockoff. And with this, I'm just going to use the front area here, and then we'll go ahead and shoot it. So let's get to it. 3 rounds with the P2000. Okay, so we had something interesting happen here. So we've got 1 round here. This round does not look like it expanded too much. I can't really tell from here, but it doesn't look like it expanded too much. But if you look here, we have a couple rounds there against the magazine here. They did not have much force behind them, probably because the magazine is so thick, but as you can see, they did expand. This one did, and this one is hanging out of the gel. We did have expansion. So it doesn't look like it does in the magazine, but we do have expansion. So this went almost all the way through, but if this was just clothing, it would have still stopped it. And it didn't really have much velocity at the end here, but as you can see, this is the wind path from the last round. I had to flip over the block because I didn't have much room left. So, yeah. So we'll go ahead and get this round out of here and take a look at it, and we'll do the conclusion on the table. Okay, that is the Sig V-Crown 124 grain 9mm, the P2000 rounds right here. All of them expanded. They didn't expand very much, but they made it to the end of the block and didn't have much force left. I am okay with that. Unlike the Golden Saber Bonded, where it basically just went all the way through. This round right here, I shot out of the M9 just for, gigs, if you will. And you can see it clogged. It hit the worst part that it could have hit, and it still expanded. And basically what happened is it went out of the back of the block, and it bounced off the little brochure or magazine or whatever, and I watched it just fall right on the ground. So it did have a good amount of energy left in it, but really not that bad. That was basically a worst case scenario. It was a really bad area to hit right on the stitching, but it still expanded. It still penetrated a good amount, and it didn't really have too much energy left. Like I said before, if this was clothing, it wouldn't have gone through pretty much at all. So it didn't damage the brochure very much at all, and I think this round is definitely a winner in the shorter-ish barrels, so about 3.5 and up. I think it's a very good round. Now on SIG's website, it doesn't really say what barrel they tested it on the FBI test, but maybe it was a 4-inch barrel, maybe they just used a 226, who knows. But this is really what you're looking at. Didn't look like the secondary jacket ever even started. Well, it may have started to expand, but that's really it right there. So let's get some of this stuff out of here. Yeah, it started to expand. even with the P2000. And that's pretty cool. I like that technology. So basically it'll keep trying and keep trying. But yeah, I'm kind of a fan of the SIG ammo. So what do you guys think?